the CEO and author of All Things Madison, and every month we jump on with Beau Miles, the owner and broker of Essential Real Estate, to talk real estate in Madison, Alabama. He gives us all the facts so that you stay updated on what is happening in our market. Beau, tell us what's happening in real estate September 2023.
It is so much stuff, Erica. I'm going to go straight into data because, well, that's where we're going to base this whole thing off of. Everybody kind of buckle in.
Yeah.
Let's get going. It's a little bit different, so glasses have to go on again. As you guys know, I'm old. And thank you for all the birthday wishes a couple of weeks ago. But, okay, so last month we were telling everybody we had 344 homes active.
Okay.
Today, which means for sale. Today, we have 405. It's a pretty big jump. It's probably our biggest jump we've seen going up in inventory since we've been doing this. In 2022, we had 208. Again, we're going to come back to it all. I'm just going to give you base data. Again, by the way, Madison City only, nothing else.
Hey,
days
Beau,
on the market. Yeah.
can I interrupt you?
Yeah, please.
Did you just say that we have twice as many homes for sale in Madison now as we did in 2022?
We do.
Tell us more.
Let me come back to it because it's kind of one big prevailing thing. So that's a big deal, though. It's a huge deal.
Yeah.
Days on the market, 25 last month, 26 this month. Minimal change.
Okay.
Days on the market last year, 15.
Okay.
If you remember the month before that, it was 8. So we actually did see a jump up there. So we'll come back to that too. Contingent pending or sold houses last month, 349, 268 this month. 176 though in 2022. Price of the house. This is where it's going to get. Everybody's about to get like Chicken Little on me, and they're about to turn red and have hives. We were 441 last month. Our average price sold in the last 30 days was 400 even.
Say that one more time.
It was 400,000 even in the last 30 days versus 441. In 2022, though, it was 356. So now we'll take off the glasses and we will begin to not panic. First of all, I wanted, before I start, I was just kind of mentioning to you, there's a prevailing wind right now that it's here and the crash is imminent. So let me start by saying, no, not even close. We are not doing the same kind of lending we were doing. We are not doing the same kind of underhanded deals that was being done in 08. Everybody reacts that way because that was our last big bubble burst.
Sure.
If you remember, nobody wanted to buy stocks because the tech bubble burst for a while there. It's kind of that same thing. We got that reaction to it. So everybody breathe. Now let's kind of talk about the fact that we do have twice as many homes as last year. You know, we've been able to justify it away when we were doing 2019 because our builders weren't putting as many on the market. Well, here's the truth. Last year, there is still some of that. Now builders can put 5 or 10 on the market at a time. Well, last year they were probably only getting 1 or 2 because they were going off the market so quickly.
Okay.
But that doesn't explain for double.
Double.
That doesn't. What does explain for double is that days of the market change. And here's what I mean. We're twice what we were last year. So we're twice the houses, twice the days on the market. It's not bad. Guys, under 30 days is still very, very good.
Yes.
It's still a strong market. Trust me, when I talk to people in other markets, they're not as strong. That is where that prevailing wind we've been talking about is coming from. A lot of that national stuff. But when you have that double days on the market, some of those houses that we had listed last month when we talked are still there.
Okay.
So they've kind of just kept on. We started on the second floor, not the first floor. Plus, we've kind of added that. So, again, this is a more normal market. Now, here's what I'm feeling. I'm going to go into my feelings here.
Yes. Tell us subjectively what's going on, because you live here too, you know.
I do, right off the county line. And am watching this closely because here's what's weird. I have more clients right now than I've had in 2 years.
No kidding.
No kidding. I have more listings right now than I've had in a very long time.
Okay.
And so I think but the feeling is this: when I talk to other agents, there's just tenseness. Everybody feels like they're not walking around fighting, but they're walking around with hands clenched. Just the camera doesn't go down here. They're walking around kind of white knuckled as agents.
Yeah.
Because everybody is waiting for the ceiling to break, the sky to fall, for Chicken Little to be right here.
Okay.
And I'm going, and so when you go into any kind of situation, it's a lot more amped up. It's a lot more, okay, whoa, 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 whoa. And so I'm feeling it too. But the truth is, when you look at the numbers, we are still selling. Now, that $400,000, that $41,000 drop last month, that's what we're going to watch. If we see another drop, then I'll go, what's up? On my third one, then I'll be like, guys, we need to talk. But I don't think we're going to. I expect that number to go up. Typically what happens is in August and September, August was our last 30 days, school happens. Number one important thing in Madison, schools. So less people are buying, thus more days on the market. Less houses go off the market, which is why we had less contingent and sold. And that's going to mean some of those more expensive houses are staying there. We still had that rate increase. So I'm not worried about it yet, but it is making me go, okay, let's look. So that's that tenseness that I feel. So yeah, go. Yeah, please.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question. This is a bold question, but I have the platform to ask. So putting you on the spot here. Are we still seeing bidding wars?
Occasionally. Not as much, though.
Not as much. Another question.
Yeah, please.
I'm not sure what the right semantics is for this, but when people are going under contract, are they generally getting it for under the list price like we saw pre-COVID?
Yeah, it kind of depends. Right now, negotiations are completely open. And what I mean by that is this. 2 weeks ago, I had a client who offered on a house, not in Madison, but offered on a house.
Okay.
We made a full price, good, strong offer. Even put an escalation clause in there, which means we could go up. We lost. Shocked me. We lost. We offered again on another one in Madison. We were told there would be another offer. We got in early enough. The buyer said the seller said we want that one. They took it. So we didn't ever have to worry about that. So when you say like, are they getting it? It depends on the house. It depends on the price point. It depends on the market. Not market, like the individual neighborhoods. There are still sought after neighborhoods that when you put your house on, they're gone in a minute. And so the answer to you is, yeah, maybe. It just kind of depends. And again, I think I've said this on every single episode. Get a good real estate agent who will make sure they can help find that out. We can start asking those questions to other agents. Yeah.
Question. We have a lot of homes, at least I think, I'm not the professional, but I think we have a lot of homes in Madison that are at the $750,000 mark or higher.
Oh, yeah.
Plenty of homes $1 million and higher. Are those homes selling? Because Zillow says there are many on the market, but when you're talking 8% interest rate, are those homes selling? Yes,
they sell. Anything over 500,000 sells a pretty good bit slower. I have one in Madison right now that I would love somebody from this to buy. That is in Madison off of Seegers Road. Beautiful home. But it's over 500,000.
Okay.
So the minute that's kind of where I see my break point. When we see that over $500,000, that's where the higher interest rates, people are like, it gives you a little more heartburn. And so they go, so it has to be kind of right for them. So yes, they are selling, but they do sell a little slower. In this time of year, October used to be my worst month. Somehow right now it looks like it's going to be one of my best months this year, which is weird. But it usually, to the point I've had many Octobers where I'm just kind of like, well, I'm glad I saved. We're kind of like, okay. So I think we'll turn back up. I don't see any worries with it, but yes, they are selling. Madison wants the Federal Reserve to pull that interest rate down. They've already told us there's going to be one more raise. So we'll see when they do it.
Hey, Beau, we have a couple hundred people that may be watching this who are moving or will be moving to Madison. So they're watching because what is happening right now is directly applicable to their bank accounts.
Yes.
What advice do you have for them? They want to buy a home. Is there anything you feel like that's applicable to Madison for September?
Oh, yeah. I'll say it in this one big thing. We're seeing interest rates go to one place, but I'm seeing rent rates soar right now.
Commercial.
And so I manage about 190 properties. And so I'm not saying that to say, look at me. I'm saying it to say that I have a pretty decent grasp on it, everywhere from Birmingham up to here. And I will tell you, the rent rates that we're renewing people at are substantially more because we have more people in the market. So when you're a buyer coming in, you need to realize a lot of your buyers have moved into the rental market, which now gives you the ability to negotiate. It gives you the ability to ask for what's called a rate buy down, where the seller can go to your loan officer and buy your rate down for a few years. It gives you the ability to ask for closing costs, which is a direct one-to-one thing in your pocketbook. It gives you the ability to ask for money off the house. It gives you the ability to ask for things like the fridge that we were not asking for. It gives you the ability. So my answer to you is, hey, buyers, if you're coming into our market, ask. That's my first thing. Ask the question. Can we get it for this? Can we get it for that? Have an agent who's willing to ask and fight for you.
That's so good. Hey, Beau, we could talk all day, but I think what you shared in the last 10 minutes has been so helpful and just so informative, because whether you are buying or selling or not right now, it is important to understand economically what is happening in our community, especially a community like Madison that is a bedroom community, that we thrive primarily economically on our property taxes and our homes. So, we don't have as much commercially as say Huntsville, and our city was designed actually with that in mind. So, thank you for sharing real estate information with us. Thank you to those of you that are watching. If you need an agent, reach out to Beau Miles or his team with Essential Real Estate. Again, having someone experienced is so crucial in a market like this, and the Essential team does a great job. I say from experience because buy and sell a home. So, not being paid in the slightest to say that. I can say from experience. So, Beau, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you in October.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you.